it's important when I'm off is just spending time as a family as much as possible in our home.
At the end of a long day, I just can't wait to get home and relax and feel comfortable and enjoy the space that we've made nice. I'm Laura Tharp, and this is my husband, Matt, and we have 2 children, Matthew and Noah.
I'm a police officer. My wife works at a hospital, so my shifts can be inconsistent. She takes calls, so we're constantly coming or going. So we typically get 1 weekend a month to be a family without interruption. I was raised by my grandparents. We were just taught to be cautious with spending.
Both of my parents had to work to make ends meet, and that's why saving money was a priority for my dad. That was something that he instilled in me from the word go. When we built our house, we didn't put what we wanted, we put what we could afford.
When my youngest son put some holes in the original floor, we started looking at different floors.
We started with wanting to get new hardwoods. And then it was like, well, if we're gonna paint, like maybe I'd like to get a backsplash. I kind of want some crown molding on top of my cabinets. We met with First Commonwealth Bank to discuss our financial situation. When they brought up a home equity loan or a home equity line of credit, it was nice to know that we didn't have to spend the money if we chose not to, and we could just use it as emergency fund or, whatever we needed it to be. The interest rate they were offering was low. This helped me to feel comfortable in the fact that my savings account wasn't necessarily going anywhere, but I could still do things to improve my home. The kids really enjoyed seeing the space being transformed. Noah came up to me and said, "Oh, I love your new floors, Mom."
It brought it all together with the floors in the white kitchen. It just came together really good.
First Commonwealth made it really easy to go through the loan process. They told me what documents I needed to provide and answered all my questions. The process was very straightforward and super easy to get through.
My name is Joe Calloway. I have a real estate company called RE360. Our goal is not only to make profitable investments, but also bring business, bring affordable housing, and bring the community back together. Today I'm looking forward to learning more about home equity loans, home equity lines of credit from one of the region's best banks, First Commonwealth.
Been in banking for almost 14 years, mostly in Pittsburgh, specifically in the East End neighborhood, helping clients with different financial solutions.
Ferris.
Joe, how are you?
Very good. Great to meet you. All right, you ready to shuck?
Absolutely.
All right. We have 4 different kinds, and we have a few apiece. We'll get to try them all.
Yeah, last time I had oysters probably 6 or 7 years ago.
These are as fresh as they get. They come with the seaweed, so we'll put that on the side there for you. Can you explain to me what equity is and how it grows?
Equity is the value of your interest in your home. It grows by the value of your home.
How could someone tap into this equity that they have in their homes?
We'll ask is what they need the money for. We want to make sure that they borrow the right amount for their need. There will be 2 options, which is the home equity loan or the home equity line of credit.
Could you help me understand what's the difference between the home equity loan versus the line of credit?
Home equity loan is when you take the total amount that you borrow in a lump sum and you pay it back every month.
Like a traditional mortgage or a traditional
Just
loan?
like a traditional mortgage. It has a set term and a fixed interest rate with the fixed payments.
What's the difference between that and the line of credit?
Home equity line of credit, it's much like a credit card. So you just draw on it, pay toward the interest or the principal, and you can draw on it again. It's just a revolving line of credit.
So what are some ways that you've seen your customers really benefit from one of these loans utilizing the equity in their homes?
Whether you get a home equity loan or home equity line of credit, it's much lower interest rate than any other loans out there. Recently, we were able to help a client reducing their monthly payment by $1,400.
Wow.
just refinancing their student loans, their high interest rate credit cards, and some personal loans. With a simple home equity loan, with the right interest rate, with the right term, that client saved a lot of money.
Wow, that's fantastic. How do you feel, or what do you get out of it when you save someone that kind of money and make that much of a difference in someone's life?
I feel that I accomplished something that day, helping that specific client, helping that community to reach their goals and to save their money and to put them on the right track financially. That's what made my day.
So Ferris, is there a time when borrowing against my house or the equity in my house is not a good idea?
Everyone's situation is different. And that's why you have a banker on your side to guide you through this process, to work together on getting the right solution to the right situation you're in.
So Ferris, what did you think of the oysters?
They were really good.
Well, this was a great experience, and I learned a lot. And thank you for what you do for the communities of Pittsburgh. Today, I'm going fishing with a banker from First Commonwealth, and I'm looking forward to learning more about home equity lines of credit, home equity loans. I'm the CEO and founder of a local real estate company that buys a lot of homes and small commercial properties in the inner city communities of Pittsburgh.
My name's Ashley. I'm a banker at First Commonwealth Bank, and I'm looking forward to meeting with Joe today to help him better understand home equity loans and lines of credit and help him and his customers find solutions to their needs.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. How are you, Joe?
Ready to attempt to catch some fish?
Yes, it's a beautiful day for it.
All right, so should we test our luck and cast a line?
Yep.
All right. You're gonna take your finger and hold the line.
Okay.
Flip it up. There it goes. You're in there.
Oh.
You're just waiting for the big one now. So, can you explain to me exactly what home equity is and how it applies to someone who owns a home or has been living in a home for a couple years?
While you're paying down your mortgage, you're gaining equity in your home. So essentially, you could then borrow off of that equity that you have now gained by spending time in your home and home values rising.
What are some ways that you've seen your customers really benefit from using the equity in their homes?
It's really exciting to see customers be able to pay down and consolidate debt. It's really neat to see the home remodels and the home improvements, and when they come in with pictures. Being able to help through the different stages of life of our customers, it's very rewarding and gratifying to see.
So what happens if I can't make my payment on one of these lines of credits or loans?
Just like any loan, there's of course a risk if you cannot make your payment. The most important thing is if you're identifying that, make sure that you come in and talk to us and talk to your banker, talk to me at First Commonwealth Bank. Because if we can identify that, maybe there's something that we can do to help you, to help avoid anything that may occur because of that.
Directly for me as a business owner, should I be thinking about having a home equity line of credit or maybe a second position or a home equity loan on my home?
Home equity line of credit is a great option for a business owner. It's always a really great idea to have cash available. Being able to put a home equity line of credit in place as a business owner, you're not going to pay on anything unless you actually borrow from the home equity line of credit. So again, think of it as a safety net for business owners to have an influx of cash available when they may need it.
Great. How do I start?
You start by calling me at First Commonwealth, come in and find out what best options are for you. And then the application process is very quick.
So this has been a lot of fun. I learned we're pretty bad at fishing.
Yes.
But I learned a whole lot about the home equity line and home equity loan process, and I thank you for that.
No, that's great. And I thank you too, Joe, for having me out here today and helping me learn how to fish in the Allegheny. And just know that if you have any questions regarding home equity loans or lines or any of your banking needs, I'm always here to help.
Great.